all you un-American bastards, if you don't like
Iowa.
why don't you get out? Hey, if you don't like
Iowa.
then you can get out.
Back on the show, it's Wayne.
Yeah.
What are you
What
talking
the
about?
world? Where have you been?
A lot of work. I'll be back soon, but I want to take this moment to just thank you and Kevin. Great show on Friday nights. Kevin and Terry and others tearing it up on the Facebook page. So if you're not a member of the BEG Facebook page, absolutely come join us. Join us in the BEG chat also. So
Our Facebook group. Now I'll say this: not too many people. The Facebook chat group is pretty exclusive, dude. We got studs in that group. We don't want too many people in that. So don't be throwing out just free emails, dude.
What?
You know what I mean?
Well,
yeah.
No, you're right
that's
though.
Exclusive
I mean,
group.
daggone Kristen Piles and Jason Bryan are in there, and a whole bunch of others. Just
sideline reporters. Oh my goodness!
Everyone, participates.
Where do you think we get our news from? Where do you think we're getting our news from, folks? Yeah. Anyway, what do you want to talk about, Bo Bassett? We want some opinions. I'm going to ask you a Penn State question before I let you go, but
well, look, okay, I'm probably gonna light up your comment page here because I'm gonna make some people mad. Just because I'm a contrarian, I want to go against the grain on a couple things. Can you mind if I do that, Zach?
Yeah.
Go against
the
grain.
Go against the grain.
Okay, here we go. First off, we all seen the Pursuit Wrestling video, and then we seen the follow-up videos by Kristen Piles and Ben and Askren and others. And, they kind of wrapped it up and put it in a tight little shell where everything they said, totally agree with, understand everything. I agree with everything, except for one thing. Okay. I'm going to stand against the grain because I've not heard anyone say this. I'm against holding back. Holding back? Are you kidding me? What? Look, first off, what kind of message does that send to your kid or to your if you're coaching to the kid? What? I don't believe in you. I don't believe you can do this. I don't believe you can put up with the adversity that is going to come your way. Now, granted, there's special occasions. There's times when a kid is not big enough to even make the lowest weight or something. I say, make that decision before kindergarten starts. You make it afterwards. You're relaying a message to that kid. On top of that, what a better example or a better way for life lessons right there. Overcome adversity. Once in a while you're going to get handled by some kid that's physically more mature than you, and big deal. So you won't have enough junior state medals or as many. No one cares. When it really counts, it'll all work itself out. And what it does is it puts you, the coach or parent, and you, the wrestler, in a very, very special place of overcoming this adversity. And you're going to grow from that. So I'm totally against holding back. And I tell you the honest truth, not everybody. You can't paint with a wide brush, but a lot of times you see a kid holding back. That's the same kind of kid that grows up to be like that Russian that wrestled PJ Duke today. I'll find any way I can to win. Dude, what?
Okay.
What are you doing?
And just to clarify statements here, we're discussing with the coach who was recently caught on video talking to young wrestlers about advising them to hold back a year in school to basically better improve their odds at winning a wrestling championship and getting a scholarship, right? Correct? That's wrong. And correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because I actually am Wayne's son here, folks. If you can believe it, I don't ever recall being held back, and I don't recall Corey being held back. That? Can we verify that?
There was times. Hey Zach, there was times I knew the kids that purposely held back. And believe me, everybody else does. So, I mean, you put your wrestler under that pressure too. You say, well, there's no pressure there. Well, I never forgot the kids that held back. And I thought I wanted to walk up to the parent or the coach and say, hey, if you want, we can give you a 4-0 start at the beginning of the match. Your kid could be leading at the bit. If that will make you guys feel better, I'm willing to do it.
You're right, though.
Well,
you're right,
listen.
though, because what other way to say to your kid, you know what? We're going to hold you back because you're just not quite as good as the other kids your age. So we're going to put you with the younger kids.
I don't believe in you.
Yeah. I
know.
Really?
Well, I think my point was to verify that you lived what you're speaking right now, because as your child, I've seen it firsthand. But so obviously, I also believe in that message, dude. I believe in raising dogs, and yeah, in a way, dude. When a kid gets smart enough to kind of think that maybe they might think, dude, why was I held back? Like, why was and when you do ultimately hit life, dude, that is how it works, dude. I love the mentality of raising just figure it out. That's pretty much how we were raised. Just like, I'm not giving you any handicaps, dude. Holding back, first of all, I would not even have thought about ever asking you, nor would have Corey, who was the champion
why even like
wrestler.
Why not use that ambition and figure out how to get better instead of figuring out a loophole? Like, you know what, we could hold you back. Why don't you just figure out how to get better so you can beat the kids your age? Because you're right, Wayne. They're going to go through their life and they're always going to try and find loopholes. Instead of trying to fix
when it matters most, they had all that they went through. It's going to make them better for when it matters. Mm-hmm. But I'll never forget, Zach one time took Corey to this tournament in DeLone Catholic High School, and this kid that I knew held back because he's got to get that win. He's got to get that elementary medal. Or I don't know if it was the poor kid had nothing to do with it. It's probably his dad who wore the medal to work every Monday morning. I don't know. But that kid went to his back and cried like a little girl. And you know what I want? I went, blah, and the dad seen him, and we actually had some words. I backed out of it. I didn't want to have a confrontation in front of you guys, so I
were about to
went
get
down
into it.
You're
about to show him what a dog is, weren't you? Oh yeah, baby.
He's gonna body
That's BET wrestling, baby.
Yeah, it's like the Russian that beat PJ Duke today. If you win like that, I think it should be a rule. You have to wear a skirt while you're getting your hand raised.
Yeah.
I love it.
That made me sick. Oh.
Yeah.
A skirt and
pumping his arm. It's like, good job laying there, buddy. Good job taking a nap.
Okay, we're making big stands here on BG Wrestling. We are officially against holding back. And PJ
now
Duke
this next one, Zach, this next one is more controversial. People will be way against me. Of course, they'll be against me on that one because, believe me, I'm in the minority when it comes to that because everybody just takes the approach. I heard everybody, the entire Flow crew, Ben, everybody. Oh, I have nothing against holdbacks. Well, I do. But anyway,
I do too now. Wow.
I agree.
Raise a dog, not a
Bo Bassett. Wonder, this little the Bachelor game he's playing with the recruiting thing. Really? You think that's a good idea? Here's why I think it's a bad idea. You remember that video you made, Zach, about trying too hard and you won't be your best? Or Kale's philosophy about keeping it fun, having fun. The thing is Bo Bassett, and this isn't about Bo Bassett. This is about anyone that starts to put social media ahead of the wrestling on their priority list. Now, I'm not accusing Bo Bassett of that or anything, but it kind of looks like that's really important. You say, well, come on, give Bo Bassett a break. What he's doing is helping grow wrestling. Look, Bo, I'm your coach. Let's pretend I'm your coach. No, Zach, let's pretend you're Bo Bassett, and I'm your dad or coach. Zach,
Okay.
that's tunnel vision on the wrestling. Let's not worry about this social media and all this and what the money it could bring later or this or that. Let's just focus on wrestling
Okay.
and becoming the best we can be. And when it comes to saving wrestling or saving the world, which I admire, that's what maybe your motive might be. That's really nice. But you know what? Could we just wrestle? Can we just wrestle? Now, was that why he got spanked today? 15, which he didn't get spanked. This goes back to freestyle. Well, actually, what happened, he got taken down and then he got gutted. How many times there? It's over. What? I only seen one takedown. Where's the match?
It was bad. I watched it.
I'll tell you what.
Can I be Bo Bassett though, real quick? Dad, I want to be Bo Bassett because I want to respond. You just gave me your argument, and you didn't even give me a chance to respond. All right, just like when I was a kid, I just had to take it. No, all right, I would say, okay, Dad Bassett, talk about this social media. First of all, show me where you're seeing lack of focus, okay? And then I would say, because I'm out here being a dog and I'm performing, dominating pretty much everybody out here, first of all. And, I got flip rolled on a funky dunky thing today, dude, at a fluky dookie thing. Anyway, back to my original point, I would say, Dad Bassett, wrestling ain't big enough for me not to have to build my own brand. If the media was big enough, they would do it for me. But Dad Bassett, I can't do it. I have to do it myself because I'm trying to build a brand. Okay, let's take it. You say I'm trying to be Superman, trying to save the sport.
How about you build a gut defense and forget about your brand and start building a gut defense? How about that?
Yeah.
But hey, look, in all seriousness, no, you're right. You're right. And, the thing is he's human, though. He's going to feel. You can't tell me that little stunt with the recruiting doesn't add to him. Ooh, I gotta win Worlds. I've just set myself up as the most special recruit of all time. I better win this Worlds. Yeah, stop with all that.
Well,
Let's keep having fun.
Here's my problem.
Go ahead,
with
Kev.
it. I know for a fact that you see all those schools up on that list. I know for a fact that some of those schools have reached out to him and he hasn't even spoken back to them. So that's where I have a problem with it. Is some of these schools on that list the coaches saw, we're on this list. They reached out to him and he didn't even respond to them. So to me, what would make this more interesting is if he took it seriously and you don't need to put Sacred Heart and all these schools on there, but put the 10 schools that he actually wanted to go to and actually let us know what's really going on. Like, you know what? If you want to be an open book about it, be like, I went to NC State. I like this. They had this was good. This was good. I think this school was a little better. Now that would be interesting. But, when you're doing this in school, like, you're calling Lehigh's coach is calling you and you're not calling them back, but yet they're on the list. It's like, what are we doing here?
Okay, but I would also say, like, if I'm Bo Bassett, am I not building my tolerance for expectations? Hey, let's learn how to deal with these high expectations now. I like that.
Plus, on top of that, let's admit it's kind of fun watching it from us. And there's 99 reasons you can say this is kind of cool. This is kind of cool. But if that was my kid, it wouldn't happen. Again, it's got the aroma of not being humble. And I like humble. And plus, I think it keeps pressure off of you. And, you say, but somebody's got to do it, Wayne. Somebody's got to be the first timer to do this. And you know what?
True.
It definitely is bringing people into wrestling. And I'm not against that. So overall, I guess I don't even care enough that I shouldn't even have brought it up. And I shouldn't even brought it up, Zach.
Unbelievable. Hold on. I just want to get your thoughts because we got to jump back, man. This segment, we have not even talked about the Iowa moving out party. I don't know if you've heard, but let me put up here on the daggone screen.
Hey, Zach, I got to go to work, but can I make a paragraph about this before I got to go about Iowa?
Go ahead.
Okay. I was talking to Terry about this, and I'm anxious to get Terry on once I'm eventually back and all again. But here's my thoughts are about Iowa. By the way, do you know next year? Now, Jason or Christian or somebody can please correct me if I'm wrong, and they do a lot because I'm wrong a lot, people. I'll be the first to tell you that. But next year, the profit sharing is supposed to go in, and hand with that is at least the language that your all NIL deals have to go through the clearinghouse and get confirmed that it is indeed an NIL deal. So what that's going to do is that's going to cut out these big bags to all-star wrestlers. Yeah, you have a whole bunch of more scholarships. You can give scholarships away, but as far as big amounts of money to get a guy to come to your team, you're going to have to prove this is actual NIL. Now, all that needs to pass, but so we're in Wild West for one last year, and you could say, well, what Tom Brands is doing, that's smart. He's going to maybe even get a title over this. I've been making the argument that overall, I don't think it is smart because long term, all of us want the same thing. Tom Brands to remain in Iowa. It just makes college wrestling better. And I'm worried about Iowa's recruiting. There's no doubt. Just put yourself in the shoes of a young stud high school wrestler. Would you feel real cozy about going to Iowa? I'm not sure. Well, maybe you can feel a little more cozy because Tom won't be able to go give, or not Tom, but Iowa boosters won't be able to go give another $250,000, $500,000, whatever to the number 2 ranked guy in the country to come to Iowa. And it turns out he's at my weight class. So I'm just worried long term what this does to Iowa. I certainly know it gives you a reputation. I wouldn't feel good about whatever trophy I got this year if I were Tom Brands. However, I'm excited that Iowa now is on the heels of Penn State, and we got something really exciting. And
I have the lineups up on the screen. Go ahead, finish.
Yeah. And so I'm worried about Tom eventually being the sacrificial lamb after Iowa hasn't won enough titles because their recruiting isn't one the top 3 in year in and year out. And let's be honest, they hear Blaze is not going to Iowa. They most likely Jax, the talk is he's not going to Iowa. Do you really think Bo's going to go to Iowa? I don't. I think Bo probably. I just lean. I don't see how he doesn't go to Penn State.
He said it.
Yeah.
How about Jax? Where's Jax going?
I don't know about Jax. I would guess to say Oklahoma State, but I don't know. But the thing is I'm worried about the long-term ripples of this year and doing the bringing in the all-star team. And you say, well, look at you, Penn State guys. You brought in Messenbrink and you brought in Truax and all of these guys. Look. I don't like it for any team. I don't like this. I think I'm at least encouraged about that language being out there as being possible for next year. And I don't mind if the kids get huge amounts of cash. It's just, I'm concerned about the sport. I'm concerned about split championships. I could keep going.
What was your question? Say it one more time just for clarification purposes. Your final question out there to the wrestling is the changes to this rule, right? They have to be clarified to these NIL deals have to
go to clearinghouse. Yeah.
Clearinghouse. Clarified or to get verified that they're actual NIL deals. And let's be honest, all these big monies out to people. Where's these commercials? Where's these T-shirts? Where's these whatever? It's not NIL deal. It's pay to play.
Now, do you think
so? They're adding a layer of security here.
Do you think that boosters might still give these kids money and like say Brands is like, I didn't know anything about it. You know, like, do you think these boosters will still, or is
Oh,
that
they're
going
going
to
to find
hard to
loopholes
do?
so quickly and so easily, it's not even going to be funny. We're talking about the NCAA, which is a joke, folks. They're a joke. So Tom Brands is
You know,
simply
and
taking advantage of a situation of a
one
clown show, of
final
a circus.
thought
He's walking
before I
into a
go, and
clown
I'm
show. Go
sorry.
ahead.
I wanted to talk with Kevin more, but I wanted to get in a little bit before I got to get to work. Here, I don't know if you can see. I'm getting ready to go. Look,
Exclusive.
if one of your goals is getting money, I'm telling you, as an old guy, that's not what you want to be shooting for. Money's not going to get you what you ultimately want anyway. So don't. We all need money. I understand that, but that money shouldn't be the driving force. And that I could launch into another speech, and I don't have time.
Well,
Kevin,
we're just going to have to get you back on the show there, Dr.
Yeah.
Wayne.
And it is
My
good to have
goodness,
you
he
back.
comes on here and fires just missiles off and then leaves us, dude. Unbelievable.
well, I'll get
man.
some negative. I'll get some negative, but you know what? If you pick out a scab once in a while, just flare things up, you know.
Folks, BEG Wrestling officially has a stance. We are not supporting the holdback heroes anymore. Okay, it's election season. We are not supporting the holdbacks. But
hey,
right.
we'll eventually be back on Tuesday nights, and you and Kevin continue to do great work. Love listening to you guys on Friday nights, and Kevin, once again, thank you for all you do, dude.
Oh,
you're
my pleasure,
the
man.
real
Thank
deal.
you guys.
You're
We
the
look
real
forward to
deal.
seeing you on
Thank you,
Tuesday.
thank you, thank you.
All right,
And
folks.
Zach,
What? Did you freeze, dude? Kevin, are you still there?
I'm here.
Wow, he literally said, Did
Oh, he
he
left
cut
me
out
with a
at Zach
cliffhanger.
Owl?